Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Refresher, brought to you by the Recruitment Roundup and all of us here at BMS Performance. The Refresher is a much shorter episode than our usual episodes and is designed to provide key takeaways for a whole host of subjects that we talk about in relation to recruitment, sales training, and everything else that we speak about on the show. So hope it's really helpful. And yeah, let's get stuck into it. How do we identify them in the recruitment process? Because a lot of what we discussed there, you can't see that on the CV.
What we need to do is firstly understand what are the top performers within our business.
Yeah.
What are the top performers doing within our organization on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis to reach these goals and figures. So within that, I would be recommending interviewing the top performers. I'd be recommending, looking to analyze what are the key things that they do and then
Yeah.
bringing this forward into the recruitment process itself. Then on the other end, it's also about looking at the poor performers, right? And the people that maybe aren't doing as well so that we know what to look out for on the negative side as well. So I think the key thing that I'd be looking to do and I'd be advising any organization is to firstly look to understand what works well for us, why it works for us, and then creating a process or framework to then identify that within the marketplace.
I think if we look at the people in our business that do really well, but also the candidates that we see that we know are top performers because we've proven that top performers when we assess them in a new business environment, they have got real good grip of a multi-channel approach.
Yeah.
Because the buyers, certainly in this environment, this climate, they like to be communicated in different ways, don't they? Like if you were prospecting me and you were trying to cold call me, and I'm going to contradict what I just said, but hopefully people understand, you probably wouldn't get me on your first approach with a cold call.
Yeah.
But if you were sending me WhatsApps, if you were sending me voice notes, I would respond to you, and then you get me on the phone. So all roads lead back to the phone or Teams. What have you seen? You deal with loads of candidates, like the best ones. What have you seen around like their use of a multi-channel approach?
Yeah, I think all the top performers really, really lean on that. And the thing that we're looking for when we're looking to engage with the different stakeholders within any sales process is familiarity. So, you spoke about, cold calling and picking up the phone being a loss art. I'm probably similar. If you're going to look to try and gain my attention, it's not just going to be the first time that you ring me, you're going to be able to sell me something. Ideally, you want to be in front of your prospected customer by using a few different channels. You want to make that outreach call, and if you're unsuccessful, you want to send a personalized bespoke email, again, which really would highlight key challenges that the customer is probably facing. And then you want to stand out, you want to utilize WhatsApp, you want to use a WhatsApp voice note, you want to use the different tools that we have. There is so much available right now in this modern world of selling. LinkedIn, again, LinkedIn voice note, gifts. I'm a massive fan of personalized approaches, and yeah, really standing out, because it's all about standing out in the noise, because there is a lot of noise out there, Mike. There are
There is.
lots of sales professionals. In our industry, there's lots of recruitment companies. So it's all about, imagining yourself being on the other end of that phone call. Imagine
Yeah.
yourself being on the other end of that outreach, and what would you want to see? And that's kind of the mindset that you
Yeah.
want to put yourself into to
Yeah.
be successful.
Something that I've seen companies do is create a skills matrix.
Yeah.
It's quite rare, but I've seen it and I've heard of it as well, whereby what you do is you get your top performer and you'd grade them in the areas of their role that they do. So there'd be like the specific parts of the job, like the tangible elements. So preparing for a meeting, for example,
Yeah.
it could be around, maybe as an activity metric in there. There could be something around system compliance. There could be something around the conversion rates from meetings attended to sales. So you've got that on one side, which are all the tangible aspects of someone's performance, and then you have a behavior element as well, and you grade each top performer in different areas. So you might have like below expectation, you might have intermediate, and you might have advanced. And you might say, right, for someone to be a top performer, they need to be advanced in these areas. And then you assess your top performers and you'll see these patterns emerging.
Yeah.
And then you can engineer your recruitment process around that, because you know what behaviors we should interview on. And also you've got this practical, tangible element, which can say, right, so for our second stage, we're going to incorporate a task that allows us to identify they've got this in them. So I think that's a good starting point, and that's a real forward-thinking way to extract top performers from your recruitment process. That's quite rare in the market. I don't speak to many companies that have got a skills matrix, but it's something worth investing in. Thank you everyone for listening to that. Hope it was really helpful, and we look forward to providing loads of great key takeaways in the future on the refresher, brought to you by the Recruitment Roundup. If you haven't yet subscribed to us or given us a follow, please do. It makes a huge difference. For those of you who haven't done this and want to know where to find us, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, and we're on YouTube, and you'll see loads of content that goes out on LinkedIn. So be sure to check on that, and as I say, give us a follow. Thank you very much for listening, and hope this episode has been of great use.